Thoughts about the last Google update, and this was
Mm.
May 2022. Um, what are your thoughts on the update? So now it is June 22nd, so it's been about a month now. Um,
hmm
what?
I know that my sites that are set up the way that I like to do things and the way that we always preach about doing things here, where
This is
we're
what a
continually
guru
working
would
on stuff.
say. This is what.
Yeah, I know, but now, I mean, like they're like at first, when it first started rolling out, I'm like, I don't really notice much of anything going on. But now, any new content I've been adding, as it keeps rolling, it just seems to get exponential growth across all of them. So, um, I, I don't know exactly
So listen to
what's
us.
going on, to be honest with you, but I know that whatever we're doing is currently working,
So that's
which is, focus on building an actual project, right? So we're not cutting corners. There's actual worthwhile content going up. We surfer optimize it. We're continually building backlinks to the money site. Um, and we're doing it in a natural way where we don't over optimize anchors. We're not trying to, skirt around rules to get a little, quick win. We're looking at long term stuff, and yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know what to tell you about whether the Google update. Because
so
have you
there's
noticed
no
the authority
consensus.
sites like yeah, I don't really have a consent
No,
like that
there's
at
no
all.
like public consensus. Like no one, no. I've seen a couple people, like a couple gurus, put up a post like this is what happened and this is what I saw, and but at the end of the day, there hasn't been. There's a couple people saying they think they know what's going on, but I don't think anyone really knows what's going on. To be completely honest, I think there was so much rolled up into this update, and what I feel like it was like everything but better. Like you have to do everything that you are already doing, and they just like tightened it all up like even
Yeah, they
more.
probably tighten things
So
up.
it's like everything that we already knew was good and was bad, but you just have to be like a little more strict about it. But even what I'm saying, like I have no idea. That's just what it feels like to me because it's all over the place. Some things that I've seen people mentioning, but again, no consensus. These are just things that I've seen kind of people passing around. That higher authority again is in favor. So
That's what I'm looking up right now is random, like dog treats, hair trimmers, stuff like that. And of course, it's, yeah, all the big names.
yeah. So basically,
Authority sites winning out on everything.
Google just shifting again to favor higher authority rather than lower authority sites that might be a little more relevant or whatever. This has kind of been a trend over the years. They seem to. I feel like they've have been gradually shifting more and more towards authority. So it's good for our business.
And you,
Backlinks get more and
yeah,
more important over time. I actually don't like this trend though because I think it's unfair business wise because it makes it harder for the small guy, right? And I guess it's kind of one of the reasons I really like doing SEO is it kind of gives other people, the smaller guy a chance against these kind of big behemoths or whatever. But Google seems to be kind of fighting against that in a way. And I feel like the trend is just going to continue over time. Another thing a lot of people were talking about was featured snippets and higher authority playing that seems to be what they think is the big cause of many sites losing like 100% of their featured snippets. So basically, people think they've set some kind of like authority threshold or whatever, where maybe you only needed a DR of, Google doesn't know DR or DA. Anyway, you only had to have this amount of authority before to get featured snippets. Now you need this much authority to even get a chance of getting a featured snippet. But again, no one really knows, just kind of what people are thinking. Some people are saying that longer form content is better than the shorter stuff. But again, just look at what your competitors are doing. Look at what the top ranking pages are doing. Mimic that content length.
I will say for a majority of the SERPs, it does seem like its longer content is needed to rank up top.
Yep, so it could be possible. Another thing is matching search intent. Over time, Google's going to get better and better and better at. It's not always better though. They just seem to kind of
Yeah.
change their mind sometimes at what they're going to start displaying for the SERP now. So, for example, if you just search for a topic like dog toys, what are they going to show? Are they going to be showing like roundup reviews? Are they going to be showing individual product pages? Are they going to be explaining what is a dog toy? So you really need to dial in and always, that's like probably the most important thing in SEO right now actually is is matching search intent. I feel like it's just gotten so important. And I feel like they really a lot of things kind of got shuffled around with search intent, or they just might have kind of made it even more important, like kind of just dialed up the importance knob on that. I don't really know. And then, of course, a lot of people are saying that auto-generated AI content was getting a hit. Then some people saying, of course, it's not getting a hit. I don't really know. I'm not using AI content yet. I haven't really had the time to experiment with it. I've got my hands full in other places, but it has been something that I've seen pop up quite a bit. So could be something to look at as well. So when it comes down to it, everything I mentioned is all stuff that we do anyways, right? We mentioned authority, so we always build authority. We're link builders, so we're always building authority. Just something it's one of our we focus more heavily on content now too, but classically we were a lot more backlinks focused, but we're much more content focused now as well. Writing content, long form content that matches what other top rankers are doing. Of course, making sure your search intent matches and matches well, and not getting too crazy with any kind of auto-generated stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. There's no consensus on any of this, like I mentioned before, so that's just kind of what other people are saying, what we're saying, and yeah, hopefully that can help you out a bit. I know a lot of, a lot of other people, some of their rankings have come bouncing back, and so if your rankings haven't come bouncing back, maybe that can give you a place to kind of start looking at stuff. You got anything else on that one, Nick?
Now, just one thing that is kind of fun if somebody wants to look it up, especially when there's a bunch of turbulence. We've mentioned it on here before, but we use algoroo.com pretty often, but they do every week, there's weekly winners and losers that you can throw into Ahrefs and kind of look through and, kind of gauge what's going on in the SERPs. It's pretty limited in the amount of sites that it gives you, but if you do dig through there, you might find a lot of data that, can kind of point out things that might be going on.
Yeah, it's such a time consuming thing, and
So,
you
yeah.
really need like access to data on like a very like large scale to be able to do anything like super meaningful with this stuff. But
Can I say something that is probably just,
I'll allow it.
yeah, okay, here it is. I honestly don't really give a shit when the algo rollout comes out. I
If we got hit
understand that
harder,
it's a
maybe we
good.
would.
Yeah, well, so the one time it did affect me so badly was when it rolled out and just everybody's PBNs were fucking destroyed. I mean, people you never talk to, it's like we're congregating all of a sudden. Lost 60%, lost 70%, lost the whole thing. Yeah, it was pretty wild times. But that's kind of nefarious practice, right? So in consideration to how we've all kind of evolved in SEO. I feel like with the route that we take now, which is trying to mimic and emulate what's natural in the SERPs, helps keep you pretty well insulated. And quite honestly, I
Well,
just
just
never
pause for one
feel
second though.
blindsided.
But like, okay, so but don't make the mistake of thinking we're white hat SEOs. We're not. We're very much
No.
not white hat SEOs. We're very much of no trying to figure out exactly what Google wants and to do that in a intelligent way, right? We still very much game the system. We build backlinks. We just try to do it better. But you have to take a much more like intelligent kind of broad approach to things when you're dealing with, a very, not intelligent algorithm, but an algorithm that's got a ton of time and money poured into it, right? So you have to do things very smart, and you can't, we just don't like the super duper black hat stuff as far as long-term sustainable projects, but they can work. Sorry to interrupt, go ahead.
No, yeah, but anything that I tried early on, that was sort of gimmicky like that did not last very long. And then, unlike some of these people using AI generated content to make massive amounts of money in like a handful of months,
I want to try
I
it.
never got proficient in it. And I'm not interested in it anymore, to be honest with you. I found kind of my recipe, and there's like a million different ways to skin the cat, but yeah, I'm kind of.
I'd like to do a
It
little
adds
like
stress.
I'd like to do a
If you're
little
doing it
fun
for
project, yeah.
fun, then sure. If you're doing it because it's your only project and you really want to make SEO work, it is the wrong angle to
For sure.
take. But that's where we all start. It is what it
But
is.
yeah,
Unless you're one of these people that's like, I'm white hat and I'm never ever buying a backlink or doing anything wrong.
good luck.
Cool, man. Just
I mean, you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I feel like, honestly, I feel like there's more scam artists in white hat SEO than there are in any other aspects of SEO. Like,
Well, you just
there's
have to
just
promote
so
your
many people
content. You have
full
to
of
promote your
shit.
content in other ways.
Yeah.
But you can do it. Like you said, it's a completely different way to skin a cat, and it's not the way we
I
kill our
think
cats.
I think only maybe like, and this is completely made up, but let's go with 2 out of 10 white hat SEOs are very proficient at their job and know exactly how to make content go viral, etc., and have the capability to do that. 8 out of 10 of those are steering you in a bullshit
First on the
direction.
guru train.
I feel like it. And then they use fear mongering all the time. You don't want to do stuff like that. Oh my God, you could get removed from Google immediately. And then there's no recourse of action. Could you imagine? You just lose everything. Oh my God, dude. I've talked to people that have been scammed with like this kind of, mentality. And it's bullshit. There's always a recourse of action. There's always something you can do if you've got, the talent to do it, and then, or like know how to do it rather. And yeah, and you're not scared of, thinking outside the box a little bit.
Anything else to say about white hat SEOs?
Man, no, I went on it. I went on it that time. No, that's it.
But yeah, no, you can definitely do it the white hat way. Just a lot of it is bogus, and they do use a lot of kind of like fear type stuff.
True white hat SEO is badass. I mean, and it takes a lot of talent and a lot of
It
know-how.
takes a lot of time too, and a lot of manpower.
Yeah, a lot of time, for sure.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.